I'm going to be writing a couple of search words here, so if you're bored with the presentation, so you can look them up then here. So, but first of all, here's our headquarters in Helsinki, Ruoholahti. We are F-Secure, a 25-year-old security company. And so you mostly know us from your laptop security. So the typical business model is that you buy a broadband service and then you're asked whether you want to have the security along with that as well. So, and it is us, the F-Secure, who provides you with the security services for your PC. We are, let's say, a medium-sized company. 155 million euros of revenues, about 1,000 people, listed in NASDAQ or OMX, and consistently we are among the top ones in the by A/B test and comparatives and so on. So we have deep roots in the security side, and our main business models is through operators, but not and service partners, and we focus on consumers and SMEs, and more we want to be visible in the consumer space, because we believe that all cool things happen with the consumers, and then we turn this business to the other channels as well. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about our experience in the cloud and business transformation. And what we have done is that we have collaborated in Finland through an instrument called SHOC, which stands for Strategic Center for Science, Technology and Innovation in Finland. The idea is that it's a business-driven instrument where you get public funding and you try to form a bigger entities in solving problems that the industry keeps dear. So we've been with this for 5 years, about 5 years this now, and we like at F-Secure this model that we can influence the agenda, what will be researched, and we want to also drive new business, because we are a business, so we don't want to do research just for the sake of the research. But we believe that you can do really many things through collaboration, and that's I will show you some examples later on. That can then lead to a new business. And first I'm going to tell you a little bit about program that I was running in Finland. The budget of this 4-year program was about 60 million euros, and we had about 30 organizations involved, and the idea was to find the new competitive angle for the Finnish software-intensive business, and we tried to calculate simple metrics for people. What did we came up with? And we came up with that we saved tens of millions of euros as direct savings during the program already. So it has had a huge influence of the companies. And you can also see the website here below. We have produced massive amount of results there that are freely downloadable. I'm going to show you a couple of examples of those, and I had few copies here in the Symposium, and I'm really glad that I don't have to take those back with me. So thanks for picking up those. But all this information is available on the website. But we believe that we also found out new business potential of hundreds of millions of euros in the coming 3 years or so. And what did we do? Like Tua mentioned, we took a little bit more holistic approach to cloud. So, of course, the cloud technologies are important, but we saw early on that you have to focus on the business side, because transforming your business to cloud is not just about putting your license-based model and doing the same business all over. I think that this might be trivial today, but 5 years ago it was not so. But we tried to form this, let's say, successful building blocks for a new kind of cloud-enabled business, and the third component in this equation, we saw that's the organization itself. So, because you are at the marketplace, and I'm sure that every one of you have done it also, that you are on a website that somehow you don't like it, or it's a slow or whatever. So it's very easy to switch to something else, and this is where the agility comes into play. I mean, because people don't care if it's a small company or a large company behind that website. They just want something that works, and if it doesn't work, you switch to something else. And in the small companies, they are typically lean and agile already, but for larger organization, all kinds of funny things start to happen, and things start to slow down. And that's why we felt that it's one of the essential building blocks of this competitive software enterprise in the future, that you build your larger organization also in good shape. And then we had a few spearheads in this program that were like cross-cutting themes across the research that was done. And I think most important of those was the user experience and the differentiation in the marketplace, how you can make yourself visible from all the other offering out there. And then at the bottom, of course, you need to have a very solid base for security and sustainability. So with these building blocks, we worked for 4 years, finding the right business, finding the right technologies, finding the right organization, understanding when is the right time to go to that particular market. And here are a couple of available results that we came out. We had a lot of magazines, and then how do you build cloud software, algorithms, applications, how do you do value-driven business in the cloud. And then we did this together with the European Cloud Partnership that could help SMEs to start their journey towards the cloud, how to make it simple and easy when you're just starting. And this is one personal favorite of mine, the landmarks of the user experience in the cloud. How do you build in the wow effect into your apps and software? So we tried to capture the essential elements of that into this book. And then for those who are interested in the lean and agile, we put together 100 tales from companies doing it. So these are the war stories from the trenches, what happens and what doesn't happen, what is successful and what is not, when you are actually trying to make a difference. So these are the real stories from what happened. And then one particular one it's quite nice also. How do you build a secure, agile software development life cycle? Because obviously, as we heard through the symposium before, security in the cloud is even more important than in the past. And then we have a new journal called Communications of Cloud Software for those who want to publish stuff. That's available out there. And we also co-created a new international conference called International Conference on Software Business. And we all were wondering why this kind of conference wasn't there already, but now it's running already on its fourth year or so. So, but go and have a look. Cloud software. Finland. That's the Google term. You will find the place. And then what it did do to F-Secure? Like I said, we are this Finnish really techie company focusing on security. We've realized that with the cloud we need to start exploring other areas. So whereas we have been focusing on protecting your laptops, we talked to our customers and we found out that for many it's not so important if the machine itself is lost, but what is more important than that? It is the content for all of us. It is our documents, our pictures, our whatever we find dear. So we started a completely new business line, focusing on cloud-based services, and this cloud software program helped us to build that. But of course, the actual business investment was a totally different thing. So as a result, we have a service called United, which we call the Dropbox Killer or Secure Dropbox, and then you can get it from your favorite app store if you like, and it also can combine data from different devices, so you easily see what you have in different places. You can even see your data from Facebook and Picasa and so on. So that's something to try out if you want. Then we built some new services that we thought that are different in the past. That in the past we used this, I guess, a very traditional model of bringing new products out to market, maybe doing a new release every year. But during this cloud software program, we accelerated our cycle time so that we could bring out new beta version every second week to our customers. And we then thought of accelerating it even more and thinking about, hey, what would be a good way to bring out new stuff. And at that time, the talk about lean startups started to come into play, and we said that, hey, why don't we try that? How does the lean startup way of working works in a bigger company, in a larger organization? And this is a very interesting journey, and we are perhaps just in the beginning of it, but some of these things that you see here, these are results of this, let's say, new approach that we build something totally from scratch with a new team, with a startup mentality, and they bring these out to the market really fast. Like I think that this Loki tracking app, this came from scratch to market in 6 months, which was, I think, a pretty good achievement. And now we have 2 other teams working on F-Secure Key, which is your storing your password. And I can't live without this. You can get much better passwords through this software, and it remembers all of them. So if you're worried about your password protection, you can try that out. Or the Freedom, which is kind of like a next generation security app that also combines VPN into play, so you can secure your connection with that also. And it has some nice features, for example, that like we were here and we were wondering, okay, how can I get the Finnish World Cup broadcasting visible here in France and with the Finnish commentators? So we used the Freedom to set our location to Finland. So then it said that, okay, hey, go ahead and watch the program. And it also keeps you invisible in a Wi-Fi location, so nobody can track you. So we started the new kind of business based on cloud, and also we started to work on a different kind of assumption on building new products to the market. And this is just a sample of these. So if you want to find more apps from F-Secure, just go to your favorite app store and type in F-Secure and try them out. And for the if you're really feeling crazy, then you can try this funny hat app. That's something that's not, we are not even publishing it under F-Secure name, because it's a really a new way of thinking, but it's a fun app as well. So this was the kind of transformation that already took place at F-Secure during these past 4 years or so. But in the meantime, we saw, and as everybody has seen, that the world has changed around us. And to many of this might be already trivial, but before we kind of like grasped all these details, I think that it took some time. Like people's private and business roles are mixing. People want to use their own devices. I think that's our story. How everybody uses more than one. By the way, how many of you have more than one device with you? Okay, I mean, this is just a trivial thing today, but like 5 years ago, it perhaps was not so. And of course, naturally, everything moves to the cloud in a totally more pervasive way that we ever thought about it. So we thought that, hey, what is the next thing that we need to do? And we thought about it. What's kind of like the next big thing? And then we thought about that. Hey, we have improved tremendously on the cycle time and the way that we accelerate our business, but we felt that we still are not there. So we thought about what is the most essential thing for the business in the future, and it is speed. And then we thought that, hey, this is something that we need to build upon. And so this thinking goes that you have been doing all kinds of good things in the past, from the iterative development, agile methods, continuous integration, continuous deployment, where you can push your products quickly to the market. And we thought that, okay, this is just the starting point. There needs to be more in there. And we saw that there comes a time where you approach an era of real-time business. And I know some companies already do that. But we felt that this has not been addressed in a systematic and comprehensive way on an industry level. So we thought that, hey, let's work on this, and we need to build mechanisms for this kind of real-time value delivery, how you can really fast develop things and put them also out to your customers in almost real time. And obviously, this is not enough. You can push out stuff, but where do you really find the value? Then to combine this, you have to have the competence to understand what is value for your customer. You have to have tight feedback loops built into the system, so you can quickly understand what's happening and what you need to do about that. And this is perhaps like some of the game companies work. And you probably have noticed that, okay, if I'm intending to quit the game or doing something, then they might come with you and with an offer or some new ideas. So this is the kind of speed that we are looking for. You need to be able to react and sometimes even predict what the customers will be doing next. I've been using this kind of a metaphor there, that I would like to have a button on my table that every time I have some new idea or that I want to build it as an experiment, a business experiment, where I configure the experiment, and then we have this mechanism below that has all these capabilities that then build this, for example, new feature or a couple of versions of the feature, and then deploy it, test it and deploy it to the marketplace, and also give me feedback on this experiment. And then I see the next day that, okay, our customers in segment such and such wanted to use the version C of the feature and so on. So, so in this way, you build this kind of a really rapidly moving business forward based on data and based on the experiments. And you can think about that, okay, this influences the way things are done, because ultimately, if you have this kind of infrastructure in place, a very small team, and perhaps even ultimately one person can do it all. They can understand the customer, they can build the product, they can deploy it, they can get the feedback on all that. And then you start to wonder that, okay, what does this do for the rest of the organization? What is the role of sales? What is the role of marketing, support, and so on? I'm not saying that these are completely, you should completely abolish them, but certainly they need to find a new role in this new kind of rapid way forward. So these are the basic building blocks for this Need for Speed program as we are building, but then we thought that, hey, what happens when you have this capability at your hands? The next step is then that you could do these business experiments easily and find new markets for your assets, if you like. So we call this Mercury business. It's flowing like mercury around. So the idea is that if it's easy to do this kind of business experiments that I described, you could go to new markets, you could explore new opportunities, even if they are outside of your current strategy, which often today limits organizations in going somewhere, because as we all know, you need to focus on something and you need to execute there. But what if it was cheap and easy to do experiments outside the current strategy? Why wouldn't you want to do that? So this is the idea of Mercury business. So then this is the program that we are building right now. It's called N4S, and if you use hashtags, then it's _FI, where we have it there. And just a few words on this working mode in this collaboration that we are building together in these large programs. Like Need for Speed has almost 40 organizations at the moment, companies, research institutes. So we also renewed the way we are doing this type of collaboration, and we took the model from software engineering. We took the iterative way of working, and we have a rhythm of 3 months, and so our iterations are 3 months long, and after every 3 months you show to others what you have done. You do a demo, and like 2 weeks ago we had a demo with 54 demos of these organizations, everybody showing it to each other what they have done and what they want to do next. So it's a really powerful way of finding new collaboration, and it's much easier to start something new when you see what the other guys have doing, and then you combine this and build on something totally new that you haven't even expected. So this kind of rhythm we have felt that produces really good results really fast, and also impacts the company's business forward. So this is the road ahead at F-Secure, and on this Finnish level that we are talking about this systemic transformation of society, even where we see that this new kind of digital business or internet economy, as people say, really is affecting everybody. Well, it's not just software companies, but it's all the businesses in all kinds of different dimensions. And we in Finland want to be a leader in this field and see that we build mechanisms how we can survive this in this new world. But of course we want to do this together with everybody else. So if you feel the need for speed, so come in and join us. Thank you.
So we have time for questions. So any questions for Janne?
Everybody has had their wine in the lunch, so I didn't get any, but I should have listened to Joe and take a little bit of bourbon before the presentation. So. Yeah, so we have tried different lengths of time, but you need to understand that we are talking about a quite big machinery of 40 different organizations working together towards some common goals. So it's not like a one software development team that works in isolation, but it's this interplay of companies connecting to each other, making changes in their organization and the ways of working and the new technologies. So at the moment it seems that this 3 months is quite right time. So even if it looks that, okay, we go the wrong way, these 3 months, I think it's much better than the way it was in the past, where we might have like a 4-year research program and you could go easily 2 years in the wrong direction and then just realize that, hey, that doesn't work at all. We see this in 3 months if something is not working. But a very valid point.